You just got a job offer and you couldn't be more excited. What's next? It's the background check. The information obtained could be wrong or misused. In this presentation, I'm going to offer you some insights into the misuse of information in the reports provided by the checks and point out some incorrect information that can be obtained. There's no way of really knowing how the information in these checks is used. The information in these reports provided by the background check are protected by several federal laws. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Fair Credit Reporting Act, or FCRA, which basically says employers must disclose that they are using a credit report to determine employment. This information was provided by the Federal Trade Commission, Bureau of Consumer Protections, 2014. There are other laws enforced by the EEOC, or Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, to protect against discrimination. These reasons are age, disability, equal pay and compensation, genetic information, national origin, pregnancy, race, color, religion, retaliation, sex, and sexual harassment. This information was supplied by Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. Some information that you receive in these checks is sometimes incorrect and misleading. Here are some examples of this. Ms. Taylor has no criminal history, but on several occasions she has had her housing and employment threatened because of mismatched background checks. Choice Point allegedly reported the criminal record of another Catherine Taylor with the same date of birth. That Catherine Taylor lived in Illinois. Ms. Taylor's complaint was that Choice Point had access to other identifying information which should have distinguished these two women. However, the Choice Point software was designed to give an instant result. It was not designed to access that information. Choice Point acknowledged that the next time the company generates a report on the Arkansas Catherine Taylor, the same thing would happen again. In the background check, Phoenix Group Incorporated incorrectly reported correct information of a conviction of a Pennsylvania man. Although the man was charged with a felony and 2 other misdemeanors, those charges were dropped. Instead, he pled guilty to 2 summary offenses for public drunkenness and defiant trespass. In Pennsylvania, summary offenses are below the level of misdemeanor and may not be used by employers for hiring decisions. So when Mr. John Doe applied for a job, his application was rejected on the basis of this mistake. These 2 examples were supplied by National Consumer Law Center, 2012. So today we have learned about the misuse and incorrect information obtained from these background checks. If you were the one up for a job offer or promotion, would you want to be overlooked merely because of a practice that has too many discrepancies to rely on? Some people have asked questions about this to me. Here are the questions and the answers. Are there any other forms of background checks that are performed that were not discussed today? There are other forms of background checks, one of them being social media checks. Some employers will check out the Facebook pages of potential candidates to check and see if they truly possess the company's core values and standards. That information was supplied by .tech.org, 2014. Another question that came up was, don't background checks measure the integrity of a candidate? That is what companies want you to lead you to believe. However, if the information taken from these checks is wrong or misused, a potential candidate can be overlooked for a position for which they are the right fit. That information was supplied by HireSafe, 2011. One last question was, we want to make sure our employees meet the standards of the company's values. These checks provide clues if the candidate would be a good fit. Why would we want to overlook these clues? It is my belief that a good interviewer can detect the clues without intruding on the candidate's privacy. There are visual clues as well as conversational clues that can be used to determine a good fit during the interview. I have a little cartoon here that I would like to show you all. It basically says it has two people, one in for an interview, and then the interviewer says,